Today we are going to be adding and subtracting with a bar graph. Our learning target today is I can interpret data and use addition and subtraction to answer questions. And you'll know you're successful today when you can add and subtract to answer questions about a bar graph. So we are going to be working with a bar graph again today, and this time not only am I going to have some problems that ask me to do some adding, but I'm also going to have some problems that will ask me to subtract. So bar graphs can ask me all kinds of questions, and this time I'm going to have quite a few more questions than the last time. So this time my bar graph's all filled out for me. All I did was I colored in so that it's not in black and white for you, so that you can better see the bars. So our bar graph today is going to be showing us about candy, fruit candy, okay? And our problem is right up here, so let me slide this down so I can see the full question. Will bought a jumbo bag of Fruit-O candy. Before chowing down, he decided to see how many pieces of each flavor there were. Use his graph below to answer the questions. So he graphed out 4 different flavors of his candy. And he's got banana, strawberry, orange, and watermelon. And it tells us the number of pieces of each right on the side. So I get to look at my data, just like the last time, and answer the questions. And the cool thing about bar graphs are that when it asks me a question, my answer is literally right in front of me. I just have to look for it, use my little magnifying glass, and search for my answer because it really is right in front of me in the bar graph. So question number 1 is how many pieces were banana? Oh, easy enough. I'll look at banana, which I colored in yellow because bananas are usually yellow. And I'm going to look and see how many banana I have. Now it looks like banana goes all the way up to the top. And if I look at the number that lines up with that line, it is 8. 8 pieces. So some strategy that I like to do, just so I can remember, is not only is the number I know on this side of the graph, but I am going to write the number 8 right on that bar just so that you can see that number and so you don't forget. Okay? And I'm also going to write my answer. So number 1, line number 1 is up here. So I'm going to write 8 pieces as my answer. Okay? So that was number 1. Number 2, were there more banana pieces or orange pieces? So I know what you're thinking. You could probably just look at the picture and see banana or orange. Which one's more? Banana. But I'm also going to just write down the number for orange because maybe I'll need that later, and so that you have no doubt in your mind that there's obviously more banana. So orange, how many oranges were there? There were 5, right? Because if I look at the bar where it stops at the number 5. So I'm going to write 5 right on my orange bar. And I have 8 banana and 5 orange. How many more? Were there more banana or were there more orange? Banana. 8 is higher than 5. So I am going to say banana for blank number 2, for answer number 2. Number 3, were there fewer strawberry pieces or watermelon pieces? So that is a very important word, fewer, because fewer just means were there less strawberry or less watermelon. That's what fewer means. I know we all probably know how many more there are, but that fewer word, that's a word that we're going to be using a lot in 3rd grade too. Fewer just means less. So were there less strawberry or were there less watermelon? So for strawberry, again, just like for the last one, I know I can look at the picture, but I want to make sure that I am accurate and I know how many of each were there because, like I said, another question might ask you that. So you might have a little head start if you tell the number right now rather than later. So how many strawberry were there? Let's look at the red. And it looks like it stops, at line 6. Okay, I made a little mistake right there. So it's 6. So I'll ignore that little mark I made right there. It's not anything. And then how many watermelon? I have to go all the way over. Whoop. And it stops at the 2. Right? So 2 watermelon. So were there fewer watermelon or fewer strawberry? Watermelon, because there are less. That is the smallest number on here. And between strawberry and watermelon, it's obviously fewer. Okay, so watermelon is my answer for number 3. And again, I'm writing my answers on the side because that's what it's asking me. If I wanted, I could also write it below the line, but this is where my answers go. Okay, number 4. Which flavor had exactly 5 pieces in the bag? Ooh, I knew this was going to help us. So, which one had 5? All you have to do is look at my numbers because I did all of that hard work. It's a really good idea. Which one had 5? Orange. Okay, so that's the only one with 5. So, easy enough. I'll write orange on that line. And we're on number 5 now. What is the difference in the number of watermelon pieces and the number of strawberry pieces? So that word is super important in this problem. What is the difference? Difference, like I've said before, is another word for the answer to a subtraction problem. So I know I'm going to be subtracting right here. And I need to subtract watermelon pieces and strawberry pieces. So how do I write that for a subtraction problem? Am I going to do 2 minus 6 or 6 minus 2? In a subtraction problem, it should always be my biggest number first. So 6 should go first because, like I've said before too, if I have 2 cookies, can I give 6 away? Ooh, no I can't. That doesn't make sense. So I have to make sure I have the big number first because if I have 6 cookies, yes, I can give 2 away. So 6 minus 2 is going to be our subtraction problem for number 5. But I need to do that subtraction now. Well, what's 6 minus 2? Is 4. So the difference between watermelon and strawberry, when I'm comparing the two, the difference is 4. So if I added 4 more to watermelon, I would make it to strawberry, right? I would have 6. So the difference is 4. There's a difference of 4 between the two. So 4 pieces. I'm going to remember my label because that's also another important part. Excuse me. So pieces, 4 pieces. Okay, number 6, what is the combined number of strawberry and watermelon? So combined means I'm going to add them together. Combine strawberry and watermelon. How many strawberry? 6. How many watermelon? 2. So 6 plus 2. And 6 plus 2 is 8. Because I'm adding. So 8 pieces. Number 7, which flavor had the most pieces in the bag? Again, just going to look at my picture. Answers are right in front of me, right? The most, the highest number, which one? It's 8, banana. So which flavor? It was banana. So I'm going to write banana. And now I'm going to look at number 8 down here. Which flavor had the fewest pieces in the bag? What did fewest mean again? That was the smallest number, or which one had less, right? So if I wanted to just say that in other words, which flavor had the fewest or the least pieces in the bag? Which is the smallest number? 2. So what flavor is that? Watermelon. Okay. Number 9, we're almost done. How many more strawberry pieces were there than watermelon pieces? How many more strawberry were there than watermelon? So these are very important questions too. You'll find that a lot in a bar graph problem. How many more? So I am going to subtract again, because that's going to show me how many more strawberry I had than I had watermelon. So how many strawberry did I have? I had 6. How many watermelon did I have? 2. And when I do 6 minus 2, I get 4. So that's kind of like problem number 5, right? 6 minus 2 equals 4. I looked at strawberry, and I had to say how many more did I have than watermelon. And if I added 4 more to the watermelon, we know 2 plus 4 gets me to 6, and then it would meet up with the strawberry. So that's how many more watermelon I had. That's how many more strawberry I had. Only 4 extra pieces than the watermelon. And then number 10. Oh, let me write my answer on my answer line. 4 pieces. Oh, I almost forgot. Okay, number 10. How many fewer watermelon pieces were there than banana pieces? So how many fewer? So I'm going to do the same thing, except this time I'm going to look at banana versus watermelon. And I'm going to subtract again, because that's how many fewer pieces. So how many banana? There were 8 banana. How many watermelon? 2. And 8 minus 2 gets us 6. So how many fewer? There are 6 fewer pieces than in banana, because if I added 6 to my watermelon, I would be equal to the banana, okay? But there were 6 less, so that's why I only had 2, because 8 minus 6 is 2, right? So there were 6 fewer pieces, so 6 pieces. And that's my bar graph. So today, whether you are a remote student or you're in class, you are going to have a bar graph problem to work on, and you will be doing the same type of thing. Looking at your data, which they already made the graph for you, just like mine, and answering the questions. So remember, your goal today is I can interpret data and use addition and subtraction to answer questions. And you'll know you're successful today when you can add and subtract to answer questions about a bar graph.